Never tremble, voices rise, we shape our future, wise and bright. From every sea, a vision shared, to build a world where all of us are heard. From halls of the power to fields we sow, together we drive through every low and voice in every nation. We make the choice and we drive. In governance we stand for a stronger region. We lead the drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated as the opening session will begin shortly. I would like to request that all handphones be put on silent mode. A quick reminder, after the arrival of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, please stand for the national anthem of Malaysia, followed by the Selangor state anthem. Thank you.
Together we drive through every low and voice in every nation. We make the choice and we try. In governance we stand for strong. We lead the drive. Through dialogue we find our way, and every build a brighter day. From policy to every time we live. Together we drive through every low and voice in every nation. And we try in governance we stand for the stronger region. Say we need to try. Say we need to try.
announcing the arrival of His Excellency Tan Sri Dato Dr. Johari bin Abdul, President of YPA and Speaker of the House of Representatives Malaysia, and Honorable Mr. Lau Weng San, Speaker of the Selangor State Legislative Assembly.
In every chamber, voices rise, we shape our future, wise and bright. From every sea, a vision shared, to build a world where all of us are heard. From halls of the power to fields we sow, together we try.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of Malaysia Negaraku, followed by Selangor State Anthem, Duli Yang Maha Mulia. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I hope everyone enjoyed the welcoming performance. That performance was from Selangor Malay Customs and Heritage Corporation, or better known as PADAT. The dance was a representation of the multiracial society in Malaysia. The Malays, Chinese, Indians, the indigenous people, and the ethnic groups from Sabah and Sarawak. His Excellency Tan Sri Dato Dr. Johari bin Abdul, President of YPA and Speaker of the House of Representatives of Malaysia. Honorable Mr. Lau Weng San, Speaker of the Selangor State Legislative Assembly. Honorable Dato Indra Muhammad Shah bin Abdullah, Member of the House of Representatives Malaysia and Chairman, Special Select Committee on Finance and Economy. Her Excellency Architect Siti Rozai Marianti Datuk Haji Abdul Rahman, Secretary General of YPA, honorable members of parliaments from YPA member states, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all. On behalf of Parliament of Malaysia and the Selangor State Legislative Assembly, it is an honor and privilege to welcome all of you to the opening ceremony of the second consultative meeting of young parliamentarians of the ASEAN Inter-Parliamentary Assembly. Before we start our meeting today, I would like to invite Mr. Ahmad Fuad Hilmi to lead us in reciting the prayer seeking blessings for a smooth and successful meeting.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulih Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. O Allah, Lord of all creation, we begin this gathering in humility and gratitude for the many blessings you have bestowed upon us. Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram. We ask for your guidance and wisdom as we gather here today for the second consultative meeting of young parliamentarians of ASEAN Inter-Parliamentary Assembly in the spirit of cooperation and unity among the Asian nations May these occasions be a means to strengthen our bond of friendship, mutual respect, and shared progress. Bless our leaders, guests, organizers, and every individual present here today. Grant us sincerity in our intentions, clarity in our thoughts, and excellence in our actions. May our efforts bear useful outcomes for the benefits of our communities, our region, and the generations to come. Unite our hearts with understanding and harmony, and let this gathering be one of benefit, peace, and prosperity. Kepadamu jua, ya Allah, kami berserah. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas sami'ul alim. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin.
Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. The theme, Ensuring ASEAN's Future, Youth in Action for Sustainability and Inclusivity, reflects ASEAN's ongoing commitment, led by the Parliament of Malaysia as YPA 2025 President, to empower the younger generation in shaping a resilient, inclusive, and sustainable region. More importantly, the proposals generated during this meeting will be presented to the 46th YPA General Assembly, contributing meaningfully to ASEAN's collective policy agenda. We are indeed privileged this morning to hear from several distinguished leaders. Without further ado, I would like to invite Her Excellency Architect Siti Razai Marianti Datuk Haji Abdul Rahman, Secretary General of YPA, to deliver her remarks. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellency Tan Sri Dr. Johari bin Abdul, President of YPA and Speaker of the House of Representatives of Malaysia, Honorable Mr. Lau Wang San, Speaker of the Selangor State Legislative Assembly, Honorable Dato Indra Muhammad Sahar bin Abdullah, Chairperson of YPA, Member of Parliament for Paya Besar. To all our honorable delegates, parliamentarians, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi dan selamat datang ke Selangor, Malaysia. It is a pleasure to join you today at this second consultative meeting of the young parliamentarians of YPA. This gathering reflects our continued effort to strengthen youth engagement, not symbolically, but meaningfully, by bringing fresh perspectives and leadership into regional discourse. In times of complex transitions, your voices are not only welcome, they are vital. I am especially pleased that this meeting is taking place here in Selangor under the theme Ensuring ASEAN Future, Youth in Action for Sustainability and Inclusivity. And I would like to acknowledge and sincerely appreciate the collaboration between the Parliament of Malaysia and Selangor State Legislative Assembly in coordinating this meeting. It reflects a constructive synergy in support of our youth participation through joint efforts across different levels of Parliament. I would also like to acknowledge the leadership from our YPA President, Speaker of the House of Representatives of Malaysia. He's always been a strong leader, commitment to public engagement, reflected in initiatives like Parlimen Belia, offers a valuable model of how youth can be meaningfully included in national policy discussions and decision-making process. As you emphasized in your acceptance speech, as the YPA President Tan Sri, and that was last year, you actually, I would like to quote that because you said, we must invest in youth. It's a message that continues reflected both in your vision and also actions. Excellencies, honorable parliaments, ladies and gentlemen, the establishment of IPO and now YPA in 1977 was not simply an administrative initiative. It was a political decision, shaped by the leadership and vision of speakers of parliaments of the 5 founding fathers. It reflected their determination to ensure that ASEAN's development would be supported by parliamentary cooperation and shared values. That same sense of purpose gave rise to the young parliamentarians of YPA, because it began as an innovative initiative by Vietnam in 2020 as a side meeting and evolved into a standing committee by 2022 during Cambodia's YPA presidency. And despite initial hesitation, mainly around resources, it moved forward because it was driven by members. Without such spirit, we risk slowing down, and in a rapidly changing region, standing still can mean falling behind. It is in the spirit that we gather today under a timely and forward-looking theme, a reminder that platform like YPA must not only exist, but continue to grow and remain relevant. Now, ASEAN is making progress in many areas, but key challenges remain, especially when it comes to inclusion. For instance, while 80% of jobs in the region are expected to require at least basic skills by 2030, more than 70% of ASEAN youth still lack advanced digital competencies. And moreover, only around 57% of students currently have reliable internet access at home. And this is not just a gap, it's a signal for action. Representation is another area we cannot ignore. The limited presence of young women parliamentarians in this room is telling, but we also understand their other commitment. This is exactly why YPA, through YPA, adopted the Plan of Action on Women's Political Participation and Leadership. Though it is led by YPA, the framework also speaks to young women who aspire to politics. Our collective commitment to inclusivity must remain active and intentional. Excellencies, honorable parliaments, ladies and gentlemen, what makes today's meeting especially meaningful is that for the first time, we have invited a youth representative to speak, not just to observe, but to deliver the voice of youth directly into our discussions. It is an important step in showing that we do not only speak of inclusion, we are committed to walking the talk. At this point, allow me to say a word about the team that I led, the YPA Secretariat. Consider them as my YPA family. Behind our work is a group of young and dedicated professionals who bring fresh ideas, energy, and a strong sense of purpose in every initiative. As someone who was once a young parliamentarian myself, I see in them the same drive and commitment to make a meaningful contribution. As a hub of communication, knowledge, and collaboration, the initiatives we put forward are not just technical proposals. They are reflected a shared aspiration to move YPA forward and are developed to be in line with ASEAN priorities and framework. With ASEAN set to adopt its new vision this month, it is worth asking ourselves, will YPA continue working the way it did 30 years ago? Or will we evolve in step with the region we serve? If we remain unchanged while the region moves forward, we risk drifting away from the very aims and purposes set out in the YPA's own statutes. Concerns around resources, they are valid, and so are concerns about the added tasks that may come with new initiatives. But these should not become reasons to hold back. Instead, we should prompt us to think more collaboratively and explore partnerships that allow us to move forward together. As long as we remain anchored in YPA's core values and principles, we can pursue innovation without compromising who we are. The YPA Secretariat here is to assist wherever possible in easing the process. Excellencies, honorable parliamentarians, ladies and gentlemen, The future does not wait for us to be ready. It moves, whether we follow or not. Let us be bold enough to lead, inclusive enough to listen, wise enough to ensure the youth are not only included, but truly empowered to shape the path forward and lead the drive towards a more sustainable and inclusive ASEAN. And we make the choice. I will forever remember the song of IPA Malaysia, Tan Sri. Together we thrive. Thank you so much. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Next, I am pleased to welcome Honorable Mr. Lau Weng San, Speaker of the Selangor State Legislative Assembly, to deliver his welcoming remarks. Please welcome.
Good morning. His Excellency Tan Sri Datuk Dr. Johari bin Abdul, President of YPA, also Speakers of the House of Representatives of Parlimen Malaysia, Her Excellencies Architect Siti Rozai Merianti Datuk Haji Abdul Rahman, Secretary General of YPA, Honorable Datuk Indra Muhammad Shahab bin Abdullah, Ahli Dewan Rakyat Parlimen Malaysia, also the Chairman of the Special Select Committee on Finance and Economy, also the President of YPA, Her Excellencies, and also honorable members of parliaments from IPAP member parliaments, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Selamat datang ke Selangor. Welcome to Selangor. A very good morning to all of you here. On behalf of the Selangor State Legislative Assembly, I'm delighted to welcome all of you to the consultative meeting of young parliamentarians of IPA, YPA today in the state of Selangor. It is an honor for me to host so many young and talented parliamentarians from all across ASEAN member states to come together today to discuss the pivotal role of young parliamentarians in shaping a sustainable and inclusive world. Young parliamentarians play a crucial role in our modern democracies. They are in the House to bring fresh perspective, fresh energy, and new enthusiasms to the legislative process. As young parliamentarians, we carry the weight to ensure that the sustainability becomes not just a goal, but also a way of life, and that inclusivity is at the heart of every decision that we make. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, sustainability is not just about protecting the environment, it is also about building a society where everyone can thrive. In pursuit of a greener future, we must ensure that no one is left behind. As young parliamentarians, we must create opportunities for everyone, regardless of background, in order for them to participate in and benefit from the solutions we build. Our task today and in future is to build policies through legislative process that address long-term solutions. Young parliamentarians are at the forefront of shaping laws and frameworks that will secure a future where prosperity is shared and the planet is protected. Parliamentarians are essential actors in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. The United Nations Transforming Our World, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, specifically points out the roles of parliamentarians as follows, and I quote, "We acknowledge also the essential role of national parliaments through their enactment of legislations and adoptions of budgets and their role in ensuring accountability for the effective implementations of our commitments. Governments and public institutions will also work closely on implementations with regional and local authorities, sub-regional institutions, international institutions, academia, philanthropic organizations, volunteer groups, and others." Unquote. Hence, SDGs are not just global goals, but actionable priorities at the national level. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the state of Selangor has always been focusing on creating a vibrant young community through various initiatives to provide platforms for engagement, skill development, and policy recommendations with the aim to nurture and grow future leaders and champions. Young Assemblyman Program, or Program Adun Muda of Selangor State Legislative Assembly, was introduced as early as in 2013 as a platform to expose youths to aspects of research, debate, public speaking, and teamwork. It allows participants to gain an insight into modern democracy and legislative process, as well as governance in an actual setting. Being part of this program will allow youths to gain knowledge on the workings of being an assemblyman and woman, and learn how to debate on proposals tabled during the State Legislative Assembly sitting. Last year in 2024, we have a sitting whereby a motion passed by Program Adun Muda was adopted and debated in the State Legislative Assembly. And this is the first time we do it. This year, in the month of June, July, and August, we will have similar settings. Selangor Youth Community, say, was also founded at the same time in 2017 by His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince of Selangor, as a key initiative to connect Selangor youth to development opportunities through programs, events, and activities that are designed by and for the youth. The Crown Prince is currently now in Osaka. Supposedly, I should invite His Royal Highness to come and address all of us here, but unfortunately, he is now in Osaka attending an expo over there. Ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, today's event is very important. I would like to thank, of course, the trust given to us by Parlimen Malaysia to organize this event. We have several young Selangor Aduns here. I can see the face of Yang Berhormat Michelle, Adun for Subang Jaya, Yang Berhormat Puah Peling, Assembly person for Bukit Lanjan. I think in Selangor State Legislative Assembly, we have probably around 10% of those who are considered young, below 35, below 40. We hope to have more in future, more young female especially. And I think today's event is very important. We hoped we will be able to bring more voices on different issues that concern young and youth in the region. What matters to youth, their aspirations, thoughts, and ideas about relevant issues that may directly or indirectly affect them. Yesterday, I'm sure you will be able to see that we have a very important special parliament sessions on the reciprocal tariff by the United States government. I was told that I think we are the first national parliament to conduct such debate or sessions. And I think I must congratulate Dansley. Yesterday, debates was a very good standard. I think that should be the norm. In fact, that has always been the norm of our debate. Of course, for the purpose of serving the eyeballs of the viewers, the media may pick up something else for the viewers. But nevertheless, I think this is how Parliament should work, and it should work that way. We are glad to see Parliament Malaysia is heading towards that directions, and we in Selangor State will thrive to work together in any occasions to achieve that purpose. Again, we are here in Selangor. We have a tagline, Surprising Selangor. We welcome all of you to Selangor, as this is also Visit Selangor Year 2025. We hope that you will have a fruitful session. We hope that our vision for an inclusive and sustainable future will help to build a global movement of implementation and action. Together, we can move the youth and sustainable development agenda forward. Then thank you and a good day to all of you. I wish you having a fruitful session for the rest of the day. Thank you. Selamat datang dan terima kasih. Nandri, Kamun. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Now, I have the honor of inviting His Excellency Tan Sri Dato' Dr. Johari bin Abdul, President of YPA and Speaker of the House of Representatives Malaysia, to deliver his opening remarks and officially inaugurate the meeting today. Your Excellency, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Honorable Mr. Lau Weng Sing, Speaker of the Selangor State Legislative Assembly, and certainly our host today, a nice country, a nice hotel, and nice food. Thank you very much. Don't stay longer because you go back fat. Too much food, good food. The Honorable Dato Indra Muhammad Saha bin Abdullah, Member of Parlimen for Pai Besar, Pahang, and also Chairman of Select Committee on Economy and Finance. Her Excellency, Architect Siti Rosa Marianti, I get it right this time around, Datuk Haji Abdullah, the Secretary General of YPA. Somebody is betting on me today, whether do I pronounce her name right. I guess I got that $1. Delegates of the second consultative meeting of the young parliamentarians of YPA, and ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good morning, and selamat datang. Welcome to the beautiful state of Selangor and Malaysia. I'm truly honored to speak before you today at this important gathering of young parliamentarians and change makers from across ASEAN. Our theme, ensuring ASEAN's future, youth in action for sustainability and inclusivity, is not only timely, it is imperative. ASEAN is home to more than 220 million young people under the age of 35. This is not mere statistics, it is a powerful force for innovation, unity, and transformation. Our region's future will be defined by how meaningful we involve and empower these young voices, not tomorrow, but today. Youth are not waiting to be invited into leadership, they are already leading. Across ASEAN, young people are initiating climate action, driving digital innovation, championing human rights, and building social enterprises. The role of parliamentarians must to remove barriers, open doors, and provide the resources needed for youth to thrive. Exposing young people to the machinery of governance, be it through youth parliaments, participatory budgeting, or policy creation, is essential to nurturing long-term democratic engagement. Youth must be exposed to decision-making process early so they know how the system works and how they can shape it. Political literacy and civic education must become pillars of youth policy in ASEAN. We must not only teach young people how to vote, but also how to lead, to debate, and to build consensus. Programs across region must reflect this shift from token inclusion to genuine empowerment. ASEAN is undergoing a rapid digital transformation. Emerging technologies from AI to green tech will reshape our societies. Youth must be at the center of transition. As parliamentarians, we must ensure digital access is universal, affordable, and rights-based. No young person should be left behind in the digital revolution. Equally, economic empowerment must be a priority. Policies that promote youth entrepreneurship, green jobs, and regional mobility are not optional, they are urgent. Young people are also ASEAN's greatest bridge builders. They transcend borders, cultures, and histories. Through student exchanges, digital platforms, and youth diplomacy, they are already weaving the fabrics of a shared regional identity. It is our duty to strengthen and institutionalize these connections. To the young leaders in this room, your presence is proof that ASEAN future is in capable hands. But we cannot stop here. Let today be the beginning of a deeper collaboration, bolder actions, and louder youth voices in every parliament across this region. When I see young faces today, I must tell you a few things. Number one is this is the ASEAN that we are talking about. You are in this room not only to talk about way forward of each and every of our parliament, but you are here to build our future. The present leaders will go one day, but ASEAN must stay. And ASEAN must go stronger by the days. The future lies in your hand. We used to have young leaders. They have contributed a lot. Take a good example, like young leaders in Indonesia. Bapak Sukarno at one time. In Vietnam, Bapak Ho Chi Minh. In Malaysia, Bapak Anwar. But they are no more longer young. Some are gone. But you guys, young people, must carry this torch and make this region a place to live forever. That is very important. Stay connected. Shake hands to your people on the right and your left. Get to know them. Understand what's our need. Have the conversation. Talk to each other. When we leave this room, live with pride and full of hope. We have 700 million people in this region. We are a force to be reckoned with. And the world is watching us. And there's a lot of hope on us. So work together. We might have differences here and there, but don't ever magnify those problems. Get together. Talk to each other. Know each other. Love each other. That is ASEAN ways. And in recognition of the vital role young leaders play across our region, it is with great pleasure that I officially appoint the Honorable Datuk Indra Muhammad Saha bin Abdullah as the new chairperson of the Young Parliamentarians of YPA. This is the young man that we put all our hope on him. He carries this very heavy burden, of course. He is a chairman of Select Committee on Economy and Finance in Parliament of Malaysia. He used to be the Deputy Minister of Finance in the government of Malaysia. A very dynamic man, very hardworking man. He works 25 hours a day. A man that never sleeps. So I believe he will lay many programs for the young parliamentarians. He will travel to each and every ASEAN countries. He will carry this flag to make sure ASEAN stay intact now and the future, inshallah. We'll support him. And I believe his commitment to youth development and regional cooperation will guide the YPA as it expands and it reaches relevance and impact. And again, as a president of YPA, I have all the hope and expectation is so high that this brotherhood of ours, we shall work together, we shall love each other, and certainly we move forward with pride and dignity. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your leadership and inspiring vision in steering IPA's regional agenda this year. Congratulations to Honorable Dato Indra Muhammad Shah bin Abdullah for the appointment as the new chairperson of Young Parliamentarians of IPA. We look forward to your dynamic leadership and steadfast commitment to championing youth engagement in legislative processes throughout ASEAN. With that, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have concluded the opening ceremony. We will adjourn for a short break before proceeding to the next agenda item. But before that, I would like to invite everyone for a quick photo session. Ladies and gentlemen, please move to the middle of the room behind the VIPs to ensure that everyone gets into the photo.
Never tremble, voices rise, we shape our future, wise and bright. From every sea, a vision shared, to build a world where all of us are heard. From house of the power that fills with song,